Yo guys, what is up? Moxie here in our Wonderlands video, and today we're going over the ginormous hotfix that just happened. We have a ton of buffs, a ton of changes, and a ton of fixes to talk about. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Real quick before we get into it, I am doing a giveaway for like the collector's edition or the Tiny Tina's treasure troves. I've got 2 of them to give away, so if you want to enter, just look for the pinned comment and click that link to enter. Alright guys, let's get into the video. So hotfix version 1.010E should be live at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time, and we begin a bunch of things. To start us off, we have a new weekly event. Weekly events are starting, and this is a limited time event that will run until April 14th, and that event is called Optional Opportunities. Loot enemies are going to be showing up more often in the Tangle Drift and in Mount Craw. Loot enemies drop lots of loot and lots of money, and you should see more of them in Tangle Drift and Mount Craw. Next up, the Chaos Chamber featured run is changing. They are resetting the leaderboards, and if you want to get your name on the leaderboard and do some runs, you're going to have to do the featured run. And the featured run's bosses are Parasite and Pigwort. Pigwort can be kind of difficult, but Parasite's kind of a chump. So, cool featured run. And then we get into our balance changes. Now, they've buffed a lot of shotguns. A lot of the shotgun buffs here. The Hyperius Shotguns got a damage increase. The Blackpowder Shotguns got a damage increase. Feriore Shotguns got a damage increase. I'm curious if that's going to affect the shotgun companions. It should. So like shotgun companions should be doing even more damage. The Skulldugger or COV assault rifles got their damage increased, and the Dahlia assault rifle damage has been increased. And this should, by the way, be affecting both or all rarities of gear. So like legendary Hyperius shotguns and like purple and blues and greens. Okay. Next up, the stairs going into Brighthoof will no longer eat items. Apparently people were losing items there. The waypoint for the Burning Hunger side quest will no longer disappear when going into the Tangle Drift. The legendary Marshmallow spell, I meme about this thing a lot, actually now is going to have a like fire effect when you launch it, so it should look cooler. Hopefully it does more damage. But now the legendary Marshmallow spell should look cooler. Spore Warden's Barrage now properly receives damage boosts from rings. Apparently the Barrage wasn't getting damage boosts. And in addition to that, it now works properly with Clawbringer's Fire Bolt and Spell Shot's 1 slot, 1 kill skills. The Barrage was already hitting pretty hard. The fact that it wasn't getting damage boosts from rings means that it should be hitting even harder, which is exciting. And the Ice Spike was adjusted or fixed. So apparently the Ice Spike, when you launched your Ice Spike spell at enemies, I put an Ice Spike bill out yesterday, it was hitting enemies twice per cast. The Ice Spike was like kind of doing an initial hit and then a secondary hit. And I noticed this, and like I just kind of assumed that's how the spell works because it's an Ice Spike and it was like hitting enemies and it had a huge radius, but apparently that was unintended. So now the Ice Spike should only be hitting enemies once per cast. This could significantly reduce the damage by basically cutting it in half of what it was doing before. So I will be testing out the Ice Spike spell on stream. If you guys want to come over and check that out, we'll see how it's good, and maybe we have to adjust to a different spell. Next up, King Karub Hulsunder in the Drowned Abyss now engages with the players from a further distance. Prevented Fate Makers from letting an evil plant get them stuck in a corner in Tangle Drift. I actually had that happen to me. Ron Revote's billboard has been moved to a new location to reduce confusion during the Walk the Stalk quest, and added collision to some areas in Tangle Drift. I've actually been subject to falling off there. So really good hotfix today. The shotgun damage, basically across the board, we've got multiple shotguns. Hyperius, Blackpowder, and Feriore getting buffed. The Skulldugger and the Dahlia assault rifles are also getting buffed. We don't know by how much. We'll only know the percentages that they got increased when the hotfix actually goes live, as it's not live as I'm recording this. But yeah, huge changes. Ice Spike change, shotguns, weapon buffs, and new featured run and new weekly event. Guys, that is it for the hotfix video. I will catch y'all in the next one, guys. Take care. Peace.